Trace the bodies, not the fingerprints. Shakes the underground. Burn from the file, cut from the real. Still feel your pulse, but late the steel. Cut from our side, never from our hearts. Raise the fight, get to report the dark. Raise the names they try to discard. Cut from our side, never from our hearts. Every chain sparks back alive. Every voice they bury survive. Cops flood avenues, flashbang, truth inside 6 o'clock news. Rich men down while the migrants drown. Gold-plated wolves in a paper crown. We saw your face on the protest paint. Rain hit hard, but the words stay sainted. Hands up high in the tear gas fog. Whole damn city barking like dogs. Comply. 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 No. Your name still runs through the amplifier hits. Through every scar, every clenched up fist. Through burnt out stores and commute got trains. Through every mother screaming in the rain. They stole your breath. They stole your years. Could not erase what remains in here. They broke the doors. They broke the bones. Could never silence a million throats. Gone from our side. They never from our hearts. Trace the vines and tear apart the dark. Raise the names they try to discard. Gone from our side. They never from our hearts. Every chain sparks back alive. Every voice they bury survives. Nowhere is your. Nowhere is your. Nowhere is your. They taught us grief in assembly lines. Mass produce sorrow for profit signs. Build another prison, build another wall. Build another anthem for another fall. But memory moves like underground flame. Pass it hand to hand, name to name. You never left. They just lost control of the narrative. Gone from our sight, never from our heart. Every ghost becomes a battle march. Every tear ignites another spark. Gone from our sight, never from our heart. Walls collapse when the people start being war drums with their broken hearts. We carry the dead into the light. We carry the into the light. Not gone, not silent, not finished. wolf kills the flesh. A traitor kills the mirror. Your smile came sharpened like a hidden blade. Soft hands wrapped around a hand grenade. You spoke in warm, you fed me trust, then turned my thoughts to smoke and rust. Used to be something during riots and rain. Shared cigarettes, shared hunger, shared pain. But every promise carried poison underneath. Silver tongue hiding factory tape. You sold my fears back to the crowd, twisted my silence into something loud. Every confidence became your trade. Every weakness cataloged in snake in the wire. Snake in the wire. Snake in the wire. A wild animal leaves scars on skin, but you move quietly somewhere within. No blood on the floor, no broken bone, just a mind that never feels like home again. I would rather face the jaws of beasts than your counterfeit embrace. Claws only tear the body apart. You rewind the inside of my brain. I would rather run through burning streets than sit beside your empty eyes. Because predators want to survive, but you destroyed me just to corporate ghosts in human skin. Handshake saints committing sins. Every compliment loaded with wire. Every grin connected to fire. You mirrored everything I believed and used my trust as currency. Now every room feels weaponized. Every friendship scanned for knives. Trust nobody. Who stole the truth? You did, you did. Who fed the lies? You did, you did. What hurts the most? The voice inside. You didn't attack with violence. You attacked with memory. With private words recycled into ammunition, with intimacy sharpened into surveillance. You taught me paranoia in slow motion, turned every silence into suspicion. Now I search every smile for static, every kindness for hidden machinery. You made the world feel artificial. You made the world feel artificial. You made the world feel artificial. No, you made the world feel artificial. No courtroom for betrayal. No prison for manipulation. No anthem for the psychologically erased. Only ghosts learning to breathe again. I would rather bleed beside predators than drown inside your empathy. At least the beat shows hunger openly. You bury joy spinning sincerity. I would rather walk through gunfire blind and trust another polished lie. Because teeth in the dark are honest, but your mask still survives in my life. No more false friends. No more false friends. No more false friends. Some wounds heal. Some move in and stay. be richer, be prettier, be someone else. Every screen another firing squad, every timeline another hungry god. Perfect teeth in artificial light, selling self-hate every night. Hey, hey, I measure my pulse against strangers online. Watch my own face collapse in real time. Their vacations, bodies, money, fame slowly turn my brain against my name. New sneakers, new surgery, within. No broken bones, no police tape, just a soul disappearing shape by shape. Not enough, not enough, not enough. The system feeds undivided minds, turns living people into market signs. Every mirror becomes a loaded gun, every victory belongs to someone. Comparison is the thief of joy, a parasite wearing a human voice, stealing breath through fluorescent dreams, turning hearts into machines. Comparison is the thief of joy, a war inside the unemployed. Every child taught to compete until their spirit dies in the street. Politicians flexing wealth on screens, corporate ghost manufacturing needs, beauty standards built like prison bars, sold through filters, pills, and luxury cars. Every billboard screams, you shall be more. So we bleed ourselves onto the floor, working longer, sleeping less, grinding our lungs to counterfeit success. Run faster, buy harder, smile wider, die younger. From your shame, they do. Who taught you self-hate? They. Who stole your peace? The machine, the machine, the machine, the machine, the machine, the machine. We were never supposed to live like this, counting our worth through curated illusions, turning friendship into silent competition, turning existence into endless audition. The market doesn't sell products anymore, it sells inadequacy, and business grows strongest when nobody feels complete. They taught us to hate ourselves profitably. No peace in the mirror, no peace in the feed, no peace in the culture that survives by manufacturing. Comparison is the thief of joy, a factory built to destroy. Every anxious heartbeat sold, every dream turned cold. Comparison is the thief of joy, another rich man's favorite toy. Forgot who I was, trying to become everyone else. Markets rising, Bodies missing. Borders closing.
With a diamond grin, selling nightmares dressed as skin. A smiling bomb in a business suit, a billion roots choking the fruit. The poor stay buried under glass. The rich move on, the rich don't ask. History drowned in gasoline, freedom trapped inside a screen. No mercy in the market flood, no ethics underneath the blood. No saints above the satellite glow, only hunger below. And hunger always grows. The greediest country alive, still crushing the weak, still turning human lungs obsolete. The emptiest empire alive, still feeding on scars, still launching missiles beneath the stars. Burn the throne, break the machine. Burn the throne, break the machine. No flag survives forever. They taught you to perform before you learned to breathe. watching everybody grading. Thumbs up, kingdom, synthetic validation. Smile for the camera, bleed for the feed. Sell your reflection to corporate greed. Face full of filter, so full of rust. Turn self-worth into digital dust. You bend your spine for invisible kings. Now every opinion pulls puppet strings. Who are you when nobody looks? Who are you? Off the hooks, your life ain't yours. If they script your head, your life ain't yours. If you feel what's said, cut the wire, break the screen, burn the mask, stay unclean. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who profits most when people crawl? Big tech priests in neon towers, selling fear by the hour. You compare despair, repair with prayer. Still trapped in the algorithm snare. Perfect bodies, perfect lies. Dead-eyed hunger behind the eyes. Trend by trend you disappear. Another ghost controlled by fear. Who owns your voice? Not me! Not me! Who owns your mind? Set it free! Set it free! No more bowing! No more masks! No more living for the crowd's demands! Tear the mirrors from the wall! Watch the whole fake empire fall! I watch children become products. Watched dreams become branding. Watched entire lives shrink into approval statistics. And they called that freedom. But freedom doesn't beg to be liked. Your life ain't yours when they steal your shame. Your life ain't yours when you live escape to escape. No more chains, no more rule. Take back the body, take back the soul. Break the screen. Break the sky. Break the screen. Break the sky. If they define you, they designed your cage. They sold revenge by the pound. Called it justice. They sold revenge by the pound. Called it justice. Blood on the screen, fear in the feed. Everybody stars while the rich men breed. Eyes on fire, hands in chains. Pain gets trademarked for corporate gain. I carry hate like a rusted gun. machine that we're trapped within. Fear sells fast, war sells more. Kids get buried, rich wage war. Every bag shines under neon rain. Every headline profits from pain. Everybody screaming, pick a side. While billionaires freed, undivided. Who taught you hate? The ones in power. Who profits most? The blood-eyed sours. No more, no more, no more feeding the fire. No more, no more reburying the liar. I watch good people rot from rage. Watch grief become a cage. Watch justice wear the mask of revenge and call itself brave. But hate is obedient. It serves the machine. I won't become what broke me. Let go of the hatred, carry the lesson, burn down the myth of holy aggression. No black can save us, no tyrant can reign. We carry the memory, not the poison chain. Let it go, keep the lesson. 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 The fire taught us, but we are not the fire! You said you'd never become that! I watch the shadows swallow rooms. Watch the slogan sharpen into tools. Every oath collapsed in fluorescent light. Every promise traded overnight. You used to scream against the chain. Now your mouth sells fear for gain. Same cold smile, same dead stare. Same polished shoes, same poisoned air. You drink the language of control. Bit by bit, it filled your soul. Now every sentence sounds rehearsed. Every blessing hides a curse. Liar, liar, liar. I don't burn with hate for you. That fire died when the truth came through. What cuts deeper than betrayal is this? You became exactly what you used to resist. I really don't hate you. I just can't recognize your face. Another crown built out of fear. Another mask replacing grace. I really don't hate you. That would be easier somehow, but watching you become the machine breaks me more than rage does now. You mock the cops, now you love command. You raise your fist and crush the hand. Every rebel quote turned brand identity. Every moral line erased conveniently. You wear compassion like designer clothes, then weaponize whoever opposes. You sound like the people you warned us about. Who taught you fear? They did. Who taught you control? They did. Who do you sound like now? I remember when your voice voice shook with conviction when your hands reached for people instead of power. Now every room bends around your ego like a nation kneeling beneath surveillance towers. You said, no more violence. Then fed the crowd another enemy. You said, no more corruption. Then sold your soul gradually, one compromise at a time. And now you don't even hear yourself anymore.
No revolution survives untouched. No conscience survives untouched. No heart survives untouched. When applause becomes a drug. I really don't hate you. I mourn the person that disappeared. Another voice consumed by comfort. Another soul engineered by fear. I really don't hate you. I just remember who you were. And every word you swore out loud still echoes underneath the dark. You said you'd never become them. You said you'd never become them.
Maybe power never changes people. Maybe it only reveals them.
Another war, another flag, another life. Done. Done. Another war, another war, another war, another war, another flag, another lie. Another war, another war, another flag, another lie. Another war.
Children burning under foreign skies. Corporate kings counting profits high. Body bags stacked in assembly lines. Peace gets sold with designer lies.
Oil stains dripping from holy hands. Marching boots on starving lands. Screens glow bright while cities drown. Dead men buried beneath the sound. No gods, no flags, no chains around our necks.
They sell fear in perfect frames. Turn bloodshed into market gain. Every channel screams the same.
Obey, obey, obey. They are fighting for nothing. A war for nothing.
Ashes falling through the wires. Children choking in the fire.
They are dying for nothing. A war for nothing.
Broken teeth beneath the throne. Rich men never die alone.
Steel toe rhythm crack the floor. Police lines outside the door. Rubber bullets broken jaws. Justice buried under laws. Black smoke rising through the rain. Politicians washing stains. Every promise brought to rust. Every empire feeds on us.
Feed the machine. Feed the machine.
Feed the machine.
Chains on the workers, chains on the poor, chains on the children still begging for more.
Who built the walls? We built the walls. Who dies for them? We died for them. What do we get? Nothing, nothing. Nothing, nothing.
The cameras never smell the bodies. The headlines never hear the screams. The rich sell heaven through advertisements while poor kids rot inside machines. A war for power, a war for profit, a war for oil, a war for nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. They are fighting for nothing. A war for nothing. Cities running in the flame. Every victim has no name. They are killing for nothing. A war for No